How you doing? My name is Mike. I'm a surfer. Been surfing since 1969. When I was 12, I grew up in the Huntington, Newport area, and that was kind of like the thing to do at the time. Just continued doing it. Still do it today, and I love it. How about you?
Well, my name's David, and I started surfing just a little bit later than you, about 10 years later, about 1979, and surfed through high school and still surfing in the same spot I did when I was in high school.
You know the thing I like about surfing, that early morning. You know, you get up early in the morning and the wind's calm and the ocean it's so inviting. It's smooth, you know, it's glassy, and you just, you know, grab your board, you know, wax it up and just paddle out into it, you know, and just the moment the water hits you, sometimes it's very cold, but most of the time it just feels so great. I just love it.
You know, there's something about the ocean that kind of just displays God's character. I mean, there's those times when it's really peaceful like that. There's times when there's no waves and it's just glassy out there. And then there's times when it's just like crazy, uproarious, powerful surf. And then there's those in-between times when it's just perfect. And you get those curling waves, the nice A-frames, and it just peels off, and it's just like, that is God's perfection there. And so you get to see like every side of God in watching those waves.
And you're sitting there, and all of a sudden a wave just comes right at you. And there's been so many times where I sit back and just said, you know, this is my wave. You know, God, it's weird, but you think, you know, God brought me this wave, and I better take this wave now. You know,
and you better not.
And you better not screw it up. You know, and you just take off and you go, and there's no better feeling than that.
Some of my greatest times of prayer are out there when it's flat. Go out in the afternoon just at sunset and paddle out. Nobody's out because there's no waves, and just head out there, and it's just you and the Lord just out there, and that's one of my greatest times of praying.
You know, and the thing about it is that you can find your own place. That's the beauty of it, is that you can just like paddle off on your own if you wanted to. If you need that little moment or that time where you just want to sit back and just, you know, just think and just talk to God. You know, and I think that's so cool, because I always tell people, you know, you can talk to God anytime you want. And to me, just sitting out in the ocean and just having that whole openness in the environment there it makes me feel so close to God, and just kind of like my own little church, if you know what I mean. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
I just love it. It's like when I was a kid and I had all these pictures of the ocean, of the water. I mean, there didn't have to be a surfer on it. It was just a matter of the water and how it just drew me, you know. And it's kind of like people are talking about with baptism and you know, dunking into the water and the river and everything that way. You know, it's kind of like, I think the ocean just has, and the water just has that effect on people.
I've had that thought before, standing in the wave and just seeing that white water coming at you and dunking under it.
Exactly.
It's just like baptism.
Right.
So you're going under, you're coming back up, and hopefully you're clean on the other side.
I remember when I got baptized when I was a kid. Well, I really wasn't a kid when I think about it. My wife and I got baptized, and we started going to church when we were kids, and we stopped going to church, and then we started getting back into church together and decided to get baptized. And that was the biggest moments in my life. It was just the feeling of the water being on you to cleanse you, and that was amazing. You know, the feeling that you got after being cleansed.